Question 2 says there are 30 students in a class. 15 study woodwork and 13 study metal work. 6 study neither of the two subjects. How many students study woodwork but not metal work? Now this is a set question, and from the question we can see the number of students in the class are 30 students. Your U is 30. 15 studied woodwork. Let's make our woodwork WW. That's 15. This is not saying woodwork only, so there are still elements of other people inside. Then we have 13 studied metal work. Let's say metal work is MW, which is 13 students. Since it's not only, that means some people who studied woodwork are actually in those who studied metal work. Then 6 studied neither. So neither equals 6. How many students studied woodwork but not metal work? That's the same thing as saying how many students studied woodwork only. We can do our set diagram for us to understand it better. We have our 2 circles. We have those who studied both in the middle, those who studied neither outside. We have our universal set to be 30, the total number of students. The people who studied woodwork, let's make this woodwork and this one metal work. Woodwork is 15 and metal work is 13. Those who study both, since they didn't use only, if you know your set very well, you have to subtract those who study both from 15 and from 13. So minus x minus x. Then you know the sum of everything here should now equal to 30. So we have 15 minus x plus 13 minus x plus 6 equals 30. We can then rearrange and collect like terms. The x first. We have this minus x. Like I've been saying earlier, when you have a number or a letter and a number, like this is 1x, the sign in front of it, the positive or the negative sign in front of it is owned by that number. So we have minus x or minus 1x plus x, then there's still this minus x, then this 15, there's no positive or negative sign written in front of it, but when it's empty, it's always positive. You can say plus 15 plus 13 plus 6 equals 30. We have minus x plus x, like minus 1 plus 1x. You are owing 1x and you have 1x. If you pay back, you have nothing. The answer to this part, what will be left with? These two cancels out. Then you'll be left with minus x plus 15 plus 13 plus 6 equals 30. Minus x, 15 plus 13 plus 6 will give us 34 equals 30. We take minus x equals 30, then plus 34 crosses the equal to sign and becomes minus 34. Minus x equals minus 4. You divide both sides, since you want the x alone without the negative sign. You divide both sides by minus 1, so minus 1 and minus 1. Minus cancels minus and minus cancels minus. Our x is 4. Going back to the original diagram, now that we know our x is 4, that means the number in the middle is 4. We can take away the x. Then for those who studied woodwork, only, which is WW, will be 15 minus 4, because at the initial point, this contains most people who study woodwork and those who study woodwork and metal work, but we're looking for those who study woodwork only without metal work. So that will be 15 minus the 4 that shared both. So that will be 15 woodwork only will be 15 minus 4, which gives us 11. Our answer is therefore B, 11.